Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for your week. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get started. We're going to use a different spread today. We're going to pull a card here, see what your major themes are for the week. Aquarius, it looks like a week of conflict and chaos. Okay, master number 33. So this is evolving though. This is a situation that may feel chaotic. It may involve some conflict, but it is most certainly going to have sort of you will evolve through this experience. This is creating chaos because there's things that need to go. There are things that are stagnating. There are things that just no longer serve, and sometimes in order to sort of free ourselves of these energies or circumstances or whatever it is that is not feeling like it belongs, sometimes we need a bit of chaos to shake things up. This is sort of got tension attached to it. So for some of you, it could feel like a stalemate, like things that you no longer need that are still present, they need to go so that you can reinvent yourself anew. This could be a conflict that's appearing because something in the external world or something on the internal needs to go. It's causing disarray. There is a storm you are facing because it is bringing things back into reorder. It's a new order. Okay, so even if you see this card and you think, oh boy, that's the last thing I need, it's actually the exact thing that you need. You need a little bit of a shakeup here in order to reorder things so that things serve you again. This could involve something that will lead to a resolution, or you might learn about yourself through this experience and sort of understand, oh, okay, I understand now that didn't serve me and it had to go and I was hanging on to it. So, like this card can be sort of like the tower in its energy, in the sense that there's a storm coming, but when the storm passes, there's growth, there's enlightenment, there is knowledge. There is a circumstance here that needs to be shaken up so that your real path to prosperity can be revealed. Okay, now let's jump into the tarot cards here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to receive the rest of your messages. But very interesting. This is a time of, reorganization, reordering. This is a shakedown, a shake up, a shake down, however you like to think about your shaking, if it's up or down, or, it's a time there you need to be reorganized here. And there's the Tower. I was just saying these two cards carry the same energy. It's time for the truth to be revealed. Once this storm passes, you're going to understand things in a different way. It's interesting. And there, look at all these cards. You see the Devil coming out and the Eight of Wands. So this is sort of like you're getting the green light here to shake things up. The Devil is here because I feel like you could have some attachments to things again that have got to go. And what better way than a storm? What better way than through chaos and conflict to eliminate things that have prolonged and no longer belong. And it's almost like there's a stalemate energy here, and it's what better way to get rid of a stalemate than a nice little storm, washes everything clean, and you can sort of see things for what they really are. Seeing the Queen of Swords in reverse is why I say that, because perhaps there's some illusions around you that need to be illuminated. And again, sometimes we need a storm to illuminate the truth because we're not seeing it otherwise. And I feel like your intuition is giving you the green light here. Even if your sort of logical part of yourself is not sure, you're not feeling certain, it could be because you're at the end of a cycle and you're exhausted and you're at the end, right? You're at the very edge of something, and it's time. It's time for a shake-up so that you can start a new path. And I see the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck as I say that. And so I feel like you're moving towards a new beginning here, but it's going to involve some chaos. But ultimately, Nine of Pentacles, like, you're ready for this. It's time. You're in a position now where it's time. You've reached the end of a cycle. You've sort of learned everything you need to learn, but now it's time to move forward. And sometimes we're reluctant to leave our comfort zone when we're comfortable, right? And once we leave it, we know it's time to start over. It's almost a time where the master becomes the student again. And it feels like that kind of, oh, and look who's on the bottom of the deck, the Death card. So it's really time for a transformation here, Aquarius. This has been a long time coming. We see the Three of Cups flipping over. So this could involve some relationships. This could involve some celebration and celebrating with people that get you, and people that have your back, and people that support you, and people that have the motivation to sort of stand by your side during this storm. So I feel like you have support here. There's the World confirming that you're really at the end of a cycle, and it's really time now to move through the lessons. You're graduating. It almost feels like a graduation moment here where you're moving into a new timeline, and you need to be grateful for it. With that Four of Wands, it's coming up in reverse, maybe because you're feeling like you're resisting maybe some of this, or you're not feeling like you can trust this process. But it's almost like when I see the Four of Wands in reverse, I feel like saying, count your blessings. Count them out loud. Focus on your blessings, in fact. Like really count your blessings, because you could be forgetting the importance of the simple things. And you might be getting caught up in the drama of stuff instead of really feeling connected and stable in what is sort of the part of yourself and your experience, where there's a cause for celebration and success, and you might be missing that because you're at the end of a cycle, because you're going through a Tower moment. We also have that Queen of Swords in reverse, so it's sort of like your mental faculties, your logic, your discernment is somehow become a little bit bitter, maybe a little jaded, a little aloof. It's interesting. Sometimes when I see the Queen of Swords in reverse, I'm like, we need to be a little bit more, what's the word here? Like unbiased, because sometimes when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, you're completely biased, and you might even be coming across as a bit mean, right? Like, and it's not because you are mean. I think it's because you're exhausted. I think you've gone through a lot here, Aquarius. We've been seeing it in your readings all over the place, and so it's almost like you're having a difficult time asking for help or letting go of something. You need to sort of be on your own team right now. And to do that, I feel like that may be why we're seeing the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, nurture yourself. Surround yourself with the things that make you feel good. But don't get trapped in that comfort zone. But at the same time, bring in some of that spirituality to feel content instead of feeling like you don't have enough, right? Four of Wands in reverse. It's sort of a time where you need to be feeling the inner peace and enjoying the abundance that you have sown so far. Instead of being overly critical or aloof, it's sort of like, go for what makes you feel that inner peace. You've got the World card here as well. So you're really wrapping things up, whether or not you know that or not, whether or not you can feel it yet or not. You are at a place of completion, wholeness, achievement. You're literally sort of sitting in the between world vibe where things are coming to a close. And it may have come through some conflict and chaos, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like you're being guided to celebrate. You know, you're being guided to notice that you have this community, or the close friendships, or this idea of a soul tribe for you to celebrate with. So really, your reading is guiding you to celebrate these moments and to unhinge yourself from anything that feels like a dysfunctional pattern, right? Like, can't forget that we see the devil sitting there, right? So those are your vices. Those are the things that, you know, the unhealthy versus healthy things that motivate you. The things that keep you trapped in your old stories. It could be the day or the week to do some shadow work, you know, to really look at the self and be like, what is motivating me right now? Am I motivated because I don't feel at peace, and so I'm trying to fill that void with material stuff or addictions or vices of any kind? You know, it's interesting. You're having a tower moment this week, Aquarius. It's coming through to free you, to liberate you. So this is a week to feel that inner peace, celebrate with friends, feel the gratitude, really focus on your blessings this week, because you're rounding a corner, you're wrapping up a chapter. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Aquarius. If this has resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. It's so nice to connect with you through these readings, and I am sending you so much love and light. Take care, my friends.